What's going on, everybody? Ricky Robinson here, back with another video. In this video, I'm excited to talk about the brand new X-H2S. I'm here to talk about the features of the new X-H2S that I'm excited about. There's about 5, maybe more, but 5 that stood out to me as a video mainly shooter. This camera to me feels like a video centric camera. Of course, it's a hybrid. It has 26 megapixels, so there's that. The 26 megapixels megapixel size is about the same size as the X-T4 and the XS10 that I both have, both of those. So really not looking forward to it for a photography camera, but more for the video features. First, let's start with the autofocus. The autofocus appears to be top notch. Now, of course, it's not perfect at first because they're still working on it and people are testing. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more firmware updates, but where it starts off is amazing as far as what I'm seeing, what I saw from the summit. I mean, look at that. That is amazing. Look at the bird, the dog, the person. It's tracking just about all of it. Now, when I watched some review videos on it, I didn't see that same tracking going on. So I'm assuming that it's a newer firmware update that hasn't been pushed out to some of the test cameras that they sent out to a lot of the testers. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but for me, it still looks pretty cool. Second thing that caught my eye, full-size HDMI. I love it. I'm glad that they went with that. It's a lot more of a robust connection. The micro HDMI, I see them break a lot. I see it's hard to find a good cable. Third, ProRes 422 in camera. You get the full sensor readout, so you get 6.2K up to 30 frames per second. You also get Blackmagic RAW via the HDMI port, via that full-size HDMI 2.1 port. You get 4K 120. Of course, the 4K 120 has no audio. It's the slow mode that's built into the cameras, like the 1080p 120 and 1080p 240 that's built into the X-T4 and the XS10. It's pretty similar to those. So you get no audio with that, but you still have 4K 60. For the 4K 120, I think it's a 1.29 added crop, which is reasonable. It's still an added crop, and again, it has no audio. Fourth, 7 stops of IBIS with certain lenses. I think it's about a half stop more than the X-T4 without lenses, just body only. Number 5, unlimited recording. This is huge for me. Like I said, I focus mainly on video. Right now I get on okay with the 29-minute and 59-second recording. That's okay for me right now. But if I did want to shoot something a little bit longer, then I have to worry about, having to always think about restarting the camera after about 30 minutes. Now, I saw somewhere that it said it can record up to 4K 60 for about 240 minutes straight in about 70 something degree weather. Now, a lot of people are not going to be happy about this cooling fan. I've seen a lot of people talking about this cooling fan, and I get it. Who wants to add another thing to their camera, especially that's going to add bulk and more weight, and it's just cumbersome? Who wants that, right? I get it. But a lot of people are saying the camera does not overheat just recording regularly. You have to be in maybe 100+ degree weather or pretty hot weather recording 4K 120 constantly, or even the 6K 6.2K. You have to be recording that constantly in hotter weather for it to give you an issue with overheating. So you don't need the cooling fan. It's a $200 add-on. So I mean, there's that. The camera itself cost about $2,500 US. This is the X-H2S, but there's another variant coming soon. I think they said they're going to announce it in or give more details in September, but for now they told us it's a 40 megapixel sensor. It's not a stack sensor, but it's 40 megapixels. So that's going to be, for me, I think that's going to be more the photo-centric camera. This one to me is the more video-centric version of that camera, which again, that's what I'm all about. Video-centric cameras, a lot easier. You get the Fuji colors that everybody loves, myself included. I love the Fuji colors. Right now I'm shooting in Eterna. I mean, to me it looks pretty good. I think this new Fuji camera, the X-H2S, is going to close the gap between Canon, Sony, and Fuji. A lot of people don't use Fuji. A lot of the complaint is the autofocus. It looks like they're focusing on the autofocus. So you guys look out for this camera. If I do, I hope I can get my hands on one. I'll probably try to rent one because I just bought the X-T4. If I do come into a pile of money or you guys want to throw one at me, hey, I'm not gonna fault you. I appreciate it. But I would love to test that camera against the X-T4, against, you know, pretty much any camera. I would love to test the R7, the R10, and all those cameras against my X-T4 and X-s10. Would love to do that. But I just wanted to touch on some of the things that, for me as a video first shooter, that excited me about this new X-H2S. Thank you all for clicking on the video. I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you can. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.